Hi, and welcome to the Spekpompen presentation, Badu 2021, still on top. Spekpompen is a leading manufacturer of swimming pool pumps, counter-swim units, but also of domestic and industrial applications, such as the reuse of rainwater and sprinkler units against fire hazards. The company was created in 1909 in Germany, and from a family-run business, over time, it was split up in four independent German spec companies. The one I represent is based in Neunkirchen am Sand in the vicinity of Nuremberg, which is about 1.5 hours north of Munich. We also have branches and representations in 40 countries worldwide. Note that our company is still owned and led by a family member of the founding family, Hermann Speck. In this location, we manufacture our pumps and our counter-swim units. Therefore, our products are rightfully labeled Made in Germany. Our strengths are a high quality, a continuous innovation, and a wide range of products. To maintain our quality, every finished pump is tested. We really test 100% in order to be certain that every pump works when it leaves the factory. As very little numbers fail to pass the quality test, it is very tempting to switch to random testing of a limited number of pumps, as this would be much cheaper for us. Nonetheless, we refuse to do so, and so we continue to test all the pumps on flow rate, maximum pressure, power output, as well as nominal current. The testing is done fully automatically on one of our many test benches and documented with a computerized protocol of the test result in PDF format, which is stored in our system along with the serial number of each pump. This 100% testing is a first very important sales argument of spec pumps. The second sales argument is that all our pumps have GS certification for safe consumer use from the TÜV. The TÜV is an independent organization which is aimed at certifying and validating products and services so that they can be used safely. The name Badu is a registered trademark of Spekpompen, and therefore if you find a product called Badu, you're at the right address, but it's only a start because all of our products start with the name Badu. In the swimming pool world, you might therefore already have come across names such as the Badu Easy Fit, the Badu Prime, or even the Badu Resort, all of which are names of circulation pumps made by Spekpompen. 112 years after its creation, Spekpompen is still a leading pump manufacturer. Both in the public range as in the private range, we offer pumps that stand out by their ingenuity and by their efficiency. Pumps with variable speed are the latest addition to the program, and Belgium is one of the best European markets for this evolved product. Let me take you through a short presentation of our products along with our new pumps. Please note that Spec is also known for its counter-swim units, but that product range is not within the scope of this presentation. We invite you to refer to our other video for that. Let's start with our pumps in the public range. Immediately, we come across one of the best sellers, which is the Badu Resort. The Badu Resort is a pump with a plastic housing that can go up to 110 cubic meters an hour flow rate with motors up to 5.5 kilowatts. Having that plastic housing, this model has replaced more expensive models made out of cast iron or out of bronze. On top of that, these pumps have the advantage of not being sensitive to corrosion. 110 cubic meters an hour is already an impressive flow rate, but in public applications, demand can be much higher, even as high as 800 cubic meters an hour. For decades, Spekpompen has manufactured non-block pumps without strainer basket or Badu block pumps with strainer basket. The Badu block pump is depicted in this slide. Because of the high mechanical strain, we had no other solution than to produce these pumps in either cast iron or in bronze, as these metals were the only materials at hand with the required mechanical resistance. Such large pumps are custom made to work at a pre-calculated working point, that is, with a known required flow at a certain head. We compute on our specially designed Badu Select program what motor size we should use and what the diameter of the impeller should be, as we try to achieve the working point with the highest possible efficiency, in order to reduce the investment cost or the operational costs to run the pump or both if that is possible. With frequency converters, nowadays, we also simulate keeping a large impeller and reducing the RPMs of the motor. Once computed and manufactured, the pump is tested on this enormous test facility, which is ours. And all the pump characteristics, such as the diagrams of flow against head or flow against power input, to name a couple, are stored in our system in PDF format. In recent times, Spec has been able to develop plastic pump housings strong enough for flow rates up to some 350 cubic meters per hour, the Badu Block Multi. As for the Badu Resort, this has both mechanical advantages as well as economic advantages. Our pumps with corrosion-free housings and large flow rates are being used more and more in fish farms. Now, for many professionals, the core business is private pools, and in sheer numbers, it also is for us. Annually, we build far more than 100,000 pumps for private use, which puts us among the leading European manufacturers. I already cited the Badu EasyFit and the Badu Prime previously, and I could add the Badu Gamma and the Badu Top as other pump types that are quite commonly sold by the CF Group in Belgium. The secret for the development of new state-of-the-art pumps lies in our research and development department. Before we can physically start producing any new pump, the geometry of all the hydraulic components is meticulously prepared. In a first step, we draw the geometry of the parts on computer-aided design. Then, in a second step, the efficiency of this geometry is calculated by a very sophisticated and expensive computer simulations program. In the final third step, promising geometries are printed on our 3D printer. This way, we obtain results with real parts instead of only having theoretical results. Only when a certain geometry is conclusive can we start to order the new molds to produce those parts. As a manufacturer, we are very proud to have been chosen by the CF Group to design and develop their new Vitalia Premium Pump, which will be presented in their catalog as of this season 2021. Another recent worldwide development, and thus also in circulation pumps, is the quest for more efficient products. With Badu Green products, we use innovative technology for maximum sustainability, always with the aim of operating a swimming pool as environmentally friendly and economically as possible. This is achieved mainly by using variable speed motors, which are operated at a rate corresponding with the circumstances: spring, summer, autumn, night or day, the automatic cover being open or closed, or as a function of the water temperature. Today, all of our pump models are therefore also offered in a variable speed version. In a random choice, we have depicted the Badu EcoSoft, the Badu Prime, the Badu Bronze, the Badu Gamma, the Badu Delta, and the Badu Alpha. All of these Badu Green products have permanent magnet motors. For 2021, we have added our variable speed pump with the biggest motor size in our offer, for a motor with a permanent magnet. The new Badu EcoFlex has a P2 power output of 2.2 kilowatts for a maximum flow of 40 cubic meters per hour at 8 meters head. The maximum power input P1 is 2.7 kilowatts. Through investing heavily in our R&D department, we seek to develop innovative products that respond not only to the technical needs of projects, but also to society in terms of efficiency for a minimum environmental impact. But our success does not only rely on this. No, it is our high standards of quality that have anchored our position on the market. Hence, after 112 years, in 2021, Spec pumps are still on top. I thank you for your attention, and please contact the CF Group if you have further questions or for the acquisition of one of our pumps.